Joined now with our local fight experts, Stefan Jawinski and Francis Faubert. You guys know Sakura. You guys know Yato. You know how they've been designed. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty details, the ones that you've been looking forward to. And it's a fight demo as to what to expect as a player playing the Hitakiri. So, guys, let's dive right into it. Can you tell us a little bit about this character? Before we get into the real details of this, how can you describe this character in maybe 3 words?
When we look at this character, a lot of times we think about this character as relentless, unflinching, and a tyrant.
Sounds like great descriptors.
They're pretty cool. I think you see it through the character. Relentless, it's able to attack. It's got a lot of cool mix-ups and a lot of variability. The unflinchingness, you'll see it in the uninterruptible stance, a.k.a. super armor, and ability to trade and survive. And Tyrant, once you face one of these on the field, you'll know why we call it that.
Yeah, I'm already scared of the character just looking at this key art. So, you know what I mean? Like, I can only imagine once we get into the game. So, why don't you guys take us through the actual moveset and a little bit about the go-to combos that players could look at playing the Hitakiri for the first time?
Sure. I mean, this is your big chance to screenshot, so I would say grab this.
Yeah, let's freeze frame right here.
Yeah, perfect.
Take some time.
All the stuff in the set.
Very slow, very nice process. Excellent.
Yeah. Hitakiri is our samurai heavy. And we thought it was really interesting to go with a heavy. When we look at the axe, it's big. It implies a lot of strength and power. And then we saw that as extended into the character. The character needs a lot of strength and power to throw this axe around. So that's how we think of it as a heavy in this case. And we'll see that through the character, yes with the super armor, yes with the feats. It's all about being the executioner, getting big executions, and then trying to snowball that into a strong defensive unit.
And so if I may interject, what do you see this weapon, the Masakari, how does it influence her moveset, and how does it make it different from different characters?
So a lot of when we build a character, it stems from the weapon, right? This weapon wants to chop people, right? It wants to get executions. So we're like...
It looks like it.
Yeah. So how do we get this character to get executions? So as Francis is starting to throw a few attacks, we're seeing heavy chain, infinite heavy chain, variable timed heavies throughout the chain, culminating, of course, in fully charged unblockable heavies, all of which can be feinted at any time. What does that mean? The fun and the correct thing to do when playing this character is throw a lot of heavies.
Okay, so you have to play, do you think that you have to play a more aggressive style to be an effective Hitakiri player?
I think so. You'll be able to attack. You'll be able to also trade with the amount of super armor that you're seeing there. But because of the variability in the timing that you have, similar to Shigoki, for example, you can really mess up the opponent. They won't be able to parry you reliably, and you're going to go and hit and hit and hit, and that's your game plan.
And in terms of team fight, what role do you guys see the character taking on? Is there a specific composition that may work with this character, a play style or role that they should be taking on, starting off with this character?
For us, we very much see it as like an aggressive heavy, right? Whereas Shigoki very much wants to sit on a point and hold it. This one has a bit more ability to sit on a point, force you out of a point, push around a little bit, transition between like B and C or point B and C, for example. But once you get those executions, then you'll start to get a little bit stronger. We'll see a little later on, and really become a menace on the field. So let's kind of go through the fight kit here. Basics can open with a light or a heavy. And once you start, you can infinitely go through a heavy chain. As we're seeing here, you can end it at any time with a light finisher. There you go. You saw that one with super armor there. That was light finisher. So again, heavy opener has super armor. So a bit of options. Whenever you need super armor to trade in a group fight, you have some attack that can do it.
Yeah, and going back on what you said in terms of the actual fight style of this character, it's kind of interesting because it's a heavy, as opposed to the Shigoki where the body is maybe heavier. This time around, it's actually the weapon that's like dictating the moves, right?
Yes, definitely. Whereas here, the weapon is heavy and this character is strong to push that around, use momentum, and really put her body into it. And you're seeing here, like, especially when she charges those unblockable heavies, start to get a bit more of the power and the momentum. But anyway, this piece here, I want to show the importance of, yes, the heavies can be feinted. even when they become unblockable.
The
We've shown that?
finisher? Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. The heavies. We've shown the light finisher right there. Ah, yes, is not interrupted on block. So you end up neutral with the other opponent at the same time, meaning you should be able to attack again with your super armored lights or sorry, super armored heavies, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay,
It does.
perfect. What else do we have in the kit? We have kick mix-up. Inside the chain, you can do a kick at any time. If it hits, it guarantees you're heavy. So you
Excellent execution, by the way, Francis. Just really excellent.
even though I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
So heavy, free, kick into free heavy. That's a cool thing on this character. You can charge the kick, which you'll do here, and it becomes a sweep, which gives you a free light opener, and then you're back inside the chain again.
I always have trouble with sweeps, whether it be Valk, the Shaolin. It's just a mess on my side. So this is going to be another thing to avoid, I guess.
And you're probably going to be unbalanced a lot of the time against her, so that'll be fun. What else is cool about the kick sweep? If we charge it and then cancel it with B, you can then guard break or light attack or whatever you want afterwards. So
So a lot of options.
ton of options
Nice.
throughout the character at all times.
In terms of 1v1, do you think that she's a very strong character?
I would say yes.
Okay,
I
nice.
think against most people, it's going to be doing some good work.
Not good news for me.
No.
But, okay. All right.
Well, unless you take her, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Outside the chain, we have zone attack. Hits a pretty good range and has quite a bit of forward movement. As well, you can do dodge forward heavy. Also has quite a lot of movement in it. So you can control space. If you were feinting something with your kick mix-up or your heavy mix-up and they decided to roll away, that's something that might be able to stop them. So that's pretty cool. We can show sprint attack as well, because I always forget to show sprint attacks, but we got them anyway.
Nice.
So that's pretty awesome. And I think that's the extent of the fight kit there.
That's awesome.